just hit record. So hitting that intro in 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Jose here at the First Round by Podcast. I'm super excited to be here today. It's been about a month and a half, maybe longer, since we last recorded an episode.
Yep.
Week 1, the first game of the season, Chiefs versus Ravens, literally just finished 30 minutes ago.
Not
So
even
we got
15
15 minutes ago. So we're right off on the press, hot, fresh, and ready. What you got, Soss?
All right, man. What don't I have? That shit was nuts. So in my opinion, in my personal opinion, you could not script together a better first game of the season.
With the freaking not necessarily controversial ending, but just a crazy ending.
Dude.
You couldn't make it up. A
Dude.
freaking toe. They freaking lost the game because of a freaking toe. If his shoe
Man.
was half a size smaller, they still would have been in the game possibly and
I
gone to
know.
OT, or unless they would have hit that 2-point conversion.
Man, so I have a few thoughts, and obviously we can volley off it. This isn't going to be a super long video, by the way, guys, because we're both super tired, but we're super jazzed up. I texted this dude literally probably about 5 minutes before the game was over.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, we got to record.
Yeah.
So here's some of the biggest storylines. All right. So obviously Mark Andrews, top tight end for the Ravens, right?
Uh-huh.
Or is he?
Right.
So you can't really tell a whole lot from the first week. The first week is always going to be a little strange. But so I've got the ESPN app pulled up on my phone, and it says that he was only targeted two times.
Yikes.
So he had 2 receptions for 14 yards. Granted, I mean, there's a lot to be said about the fact that Isaiah Likely, he emerged. This was like his coming out part. And in all honesty, he had 12 targets. 12 targets. The only one close to him was Zay Flowers, 10 targets. But in my opinion, so if they would have won that, Isaiah Likely would have been the MVP of the game.
No doubt about it. For
100%.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Because he would have had 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I still
and
stand by that. That was a lucky touchdown.
The first one? Oh
yeah.
I mean, we saw the picture that they propped up. Was it 0.3% chance if you score a touchdown on that play?
Yes.
That was insane.
I was getting roasted in in our group text, and then I was just like, redemption.
That was a great play by Likely. Very awesome game. He had 12 targets, 9 receptions, 111 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
What a coming out party for Likely, just like you said. What does this mean for Mark Andrews? I know it's week 1, it's really early, but if you're the Ravens and if this continues from Likely, are you likely to trade Mark Andrews? Think about it. Mark Andrews, he's a big health concern. Obviously, you have the dude that just did what he did, and if he starts to do that at a consistent level, you start to wonder what you can get in return for Mark Andrews.
Now, the only pushback that I would have on that, especially if I was the Ravens, so it looks like Lamar Jackson, he passed 41 times. Now, here's a crazy stat too. He had more carries than Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that is. Well, to be fair as well too, though, half of those carries that Lamar Jackson had, he wasn't even supposed to run it.
He was
He
scrambling
just had to
away
open
from
the
danger.
hole, scrambling away. So
I think it'd be really hard for them to get rid of him, to get rid of Mark Andrews, because he's still a top tight end in the league, even if he does have some injury issues, because he's a very high talent, and you don't really want to, unless you're getting a really big asset, which the only asset that they could really use right now is on that offensive line, because Lamar was running for his life tonight. It was absolutely nuts.
I feel like that's also kind of sort of like implemented into his play style, though. He knows he has the ability to escape and run and make a play with his legs. So why not try to at least prepare yourself for the possibility of extending the play?
Oh yeah,
So, I don't know. I'm not really too mad at the fact that he had over 100 yards rushing. I mean, whatever wins them the football game. Obviously, they didn't win, but they were pretty
Right.
close to winning with that type of performance.
Now, my only concern with that is that, for one, like I said, Lamar has some insane stamina for being able to do all that. But someone's going to have to step up and help him out because he otherwise he's going to take an absolute beating this
Well,
season.
you can't forget he also had two wide open players and pretty much like in the end zone on that last drive. I think he had was it
He had
who
I know that Zay Flowers was one of the ones that was open.
Zay Flowers was one, and then it was likely when he hit
Yeah.
the corner of the end zone, and then he like got hurt right after the
Yep.
play. Those are two easy TDs right there that could have potentially won him the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he definitely needs to play better. One super surprising thing for me. Well, I say super surprising. It's not super surprising if you've been a Titans fan and have followed his career a lot, but Derrick Henry, very underwhelming.
Yeah, I was actually really disappointed for personal reasons. I don't have him in fantasy, but I did bet a friend that he was gonna have over 100 yards rushing. So that's that. Very disappointing. I'm a big Derrick Henry fan, so I thought he was gonna have a monster
Yeah.
game, but I mean, it's a 17 game long season, so there's gonna be room for opportunity moving forward.
Yeah, that's true. I think my biggest concern moving forward, especially for the Ravens, is I'm just kind of confused because of their like offensive attack. I'm just not like I think their defense is going to play really well because they typically play really well, but that offense is it was looking a little weird because if you I don't know if you guys noticed or anything, but on that last series on the most important drive of the game, Derrick Henry was on the sidelines, and you're
Well,
paying him 7 or 8 million to sit on the
right. They
sidelines.
were they were going more for because I think Justice Hill was in the game and he's more
Yeah,
of a pass catching back, a little bit more versatile as to Derrick Henry being the one that punches it in, as we
yeah,
saw when he had that touchdown. But I mean I kind of get why they benched him. They had to go pass first on that
yep,
last drive.
yeah, and that's always been his big Achilles and stuff. So the other big topic that I wanted to talk to you about, I know that you're going to get super excited about this. It was the coming
Xavier
out,
Worthy.
yeah, it was the coming out party for Xavier Worthy. Uh,
Man,
that dude's got some wheels.
I am so disappointed that I did not draft him in my fantasy league. I was looking at him. I didn't think he was going to go whenever he went.
When did he
And
go?
I think it was like in the fifth round.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that would have been. But again, we got to temper
At
our
the time,
expectations
at the
because
time, that seemed a little too early,
yeah,
but I was literally thinking about taking him. I think that very next round, which was coming back to me.
right,
But shout out to my guy Last who drafted him. But what a game! He had one carry for 21 yards, one touch, or for that one touchdown. It was his first touch, NFL touch. Took that
hmm
in for six. Then had two receptions, 47 yards, and another touchdown. Just a phenomenal game his rookie year. Super excited to watch him continue to
oh yeah,
gain chemistry with Mahomes, and we'll see where he ends the season at. I'm calling potential offensive rookie of the year.
yeah, and I could definitely see that being a possibility because he's electric. He is absolutely electric. I think I may have said it. I can't remember if I said it in our group text or if I said it on the message board that I'm part of. But one big thing for him is just the fact that Mahomes loves to spread the wealth, and he will go with the hot hand, whoever's playing the best. And in this game, obviously, Rasheed Rice was playing out of his mind.
Rasheed
Um,
Rice had a nice game,
he did. I think he ended up with like 17 or 18 fantasy points, maybe a little bit more.
something like that. Yeah, he had seven receptions, 103 yards.
Yeah. No, that which brings up another good point. You know what that means? That means that fantasy is in full swing. Full swing. So
Hey,
now
you
all of
guys,
our for the next few weeks, for the next few months, all of our collective butt cheeks are going to be puckered every week.
hey, uh, you guys need to start looking into possibly getting likely off the waivers. I saw he's only taken in 9% of the leagues.
That
Can you
makes
believe that?
sense. That makes
That's
sense.
insane. Makes
So
sense, but it's insane.
yeah, and like I said, my whole thing is, and I'm not sure how you feel about this too, but it's week one. It's
Mm-hmm.
so hard for me to like that. That's why I haven't really put out any trades or anything because I kind of want to see what how the roster does the first couple weeks and stuff. But anything could happen in the first week. But like I said, that game was just an absolute banger. Like I'm still reeling from it because I don't know, man. It was a great back and forth. Two really good teams. Although I will say that they, for the most part, they were playing very sloppily.
Who you talking about, the Ravens?
Both of them
I feel like the Ravens had a really bad game, and they still, which
kept up.
they
Yeah,
still kept up and only lost by a touchdown, which
yep,
it's not really bad for the way that I feel they didn't play as good as they should have played. Obviously, it's week one.
yeah. No, I agree. But I do think. I mean, it was still a great game. Still an absolute great game. I can't even remember if last year, like, what was the very first game of the season as entertaining as this one was.
I honestly don't remember. I do know I think it was the Lions versus Chiefs, and the Chiefs lost.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. No, because that's whenever everybody was kind of wondering about. Oh, who's oh, I saw a notification from Fantasy, so I was
Hmm.
like, oh, who's already tried to grab Isaiah Likely? But yeah, no, it was a fantastic first game. Just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk about it. I was trying to think if there was anything else noteworthy. Um, I felt like the Chiefs had a lot of good balance to their offense.
Well, another thing too is Patrick Mahomes started off a little rusty. I think
Mm-hmm.
I looked at his stats at one point, and I think he only had like 103 yards passing with an interception, no TDs. And I was starting to wonder. I was like, dang, when's he gonna kick into gear? As the
Right.
game progressed, he started doing a little better, started really dialing in, and he was able to get a connection into the end zone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, and Pacheco he did okay. His average was terrible. He
What
had
was it?
15 carries for 45 yards, so a 3 yard average.
Ah,
But he had a tutty too, though, so that kind of helped him out. And unfortunately, Travis Kelsey, he had three catches,
3 for 36
three for
or
34.
34.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play on a pass heavy offense that distributes. I feel like that's how the Bills are going to be as
Yep.
well. I don't feel like there's really going to be a solidified wide receiver one. Granted, I feel like Kincaid might emerge as the
Mm-hmm.
main target, but I feel like for the most part, everything's going to be kind of distributed.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. We are definitely in for a very fun season if tonight was any indication. And then of course, tomorrow is going to be Philly,
And the Packers,
Philly and the Packers, and that one's going to be in Brazil.
correct.
Yeah, I I think I read something about there was a small controversy, or I say small, a big controversy because of the colors that they're wearing and like, um, is it like gang activity or something like that? Or
I don't know. I've read the same things, and then I've also read in the comment section people saying that not necessarily that it's false, but people are kind of like
it's
blowing it out of
overblowing?
proportion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't really know who to believe at this point, but to your credit, yes, it is gang related. Um, and a bunch of people were saying, why would you send two green teams to a location that is
yeah.
affiliated with gangs and they're
Right.
green or
Green.
whatever?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh Lord. Well, I mean, regardless, I'm still hoping that that's not too big of a distraction and it becomes a really good game. I'm looking forward to it.
Who you got in that game?
Um, I'm taking Philly.
Same, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just think that I don't know much about the Packers defense, and they're a young, great team, and I actually personally believe in Jordan Love, but um, you got you got too much offensive firepower on the other side with Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon,
Saquon. Even
Goddard.
Dallas Goddard. Yeah, you can throw
Yeah,
him in there too.
yeah. So that I just think that that's going to be too much, but who knows? Week one's a crapshoot.
Hmm.
That's right. So, I'm sure that more than likely we'll probably try and do maybe another quick episode or something. Who knows? We kind of just decided to do this on a whim because I mean it's the first game of the season. Um, just all the implications, all the storylines and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the biggest news of the season so far is that football's back. So we can all rejoice. I know that my Sundays are going to be taken up now. For sure, my Sundays are going to be taken up now. I am still planning on watching some college football, so
Oh, I'm so excited for this weekend.
oh yeah, it's going to be great. So, Jose, do you have anything else for our wonderful viewers? All 135 of them.
38, my friend.
100. Oh, we gained a sub. Dang.
I suppose. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Sorry for the little month and a half or whatever it was. What do you call it? Hiatus.
Hiatus. Yeah, I've been using that word a
Uh,
lot.
Sauce and I will be more consistent moving forward. Um,
Yeah,
Football's back, so there's no reason not to be. We
exactly,
got college football, we got freaking NFL football, we got footballs on Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays. So yeah, 12
dude.
team freaking playoff format in college football, like that's insane. This season's gonna be
It's gonna be
phenomenal. So
nutty. It's gonna
I'm
be
ready to
absolutely
talk.
nutty. Is this week the one where Colorado is playing Nebraska?
Yes, that's gonna be a great game. I
That's
think
gonna
that's
be an
Saturday
incredible
night.
game.
Yeah,
A lot, man. It's gosh, it's such a good time to be a football fan. We've been waiting so long for this, so I'm.
throbbing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm a little randy right now. All right. So with all that being said, check out our site. Check us on all the platforms. You know what to do. Firstroundbuy.com. Grab you some merch or something. Do something cool. Tell us how much you love football. Talk to us in the comments section. If you haven't yet checked it out, we posted up a vlog. What was it, a couple days ago or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, of our draft order beer Olympics thing. So, but only watch it if you're over the age of what 21, because there's a lot of cussing in it.
Indeed.
A lot of cussing. All right, so with all that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.